Okay, students, we have completed up to the electron affinity, and electron affinity is also called as electron gain enthalpy. Okay, its definition, its variation and exceptions and types of electron affinity we have studied. Now the next periodic property, atomic radius, ionization energy, electron affinity and electronegativity. These are the four major periodic properties which needs a special attention and which needs a top care. Okay, so that you can get the good score. Understood? And in electronegativity, there are scales like pH scale we study in the ionic equilibrium. There is a scales, three types of scales for the measuring the electronegativity. Why scale? Why not other? That also I will tell you. Okay. Actually, electronegativity is a measure of tendency. Okay, what is electronegativity? Measure of tendency. Measure of tendency of an atom. An atom to attract a shared pair of electrons. Okay, shared pair of electron. Shared pair of electron towards it. Shared pair of electron towards it. Okay, what does it mean? Actually, suppose there are two atoms. Okay, and there is a covalent bond. For every covalent bond, there has to be at least two electron. Okay, and in covalent bond, participation from the both bonded atom will be same. Okay, so like this provide one electron, this will provide another electron. This electron is provided by B, this electron is provided by A. Okay, now as they are giving equal electron for the bond formation, so they got the equal right to use this electron. The right on the electron, these two electron is equal from both of the atom. Okay, but they have different tendency. They don't use this electron, they don't share this electron equally. There will be unequal sharing. There will be unequal sharing of this electron pair from A and B. Okay, so either one of them can share more and either one of them can share less. Let us take B sharing is more. That means attract. See, this is attraction, this is attraction. If both attraction is same, it will be just exactly at the center. Okay, so but let us take electronegativity of B is more. That means this electron pair is pulled towards this one. Okay, and it does not mean that the right of the A over this electron is not seized. Still, it possesses the right on this electron and uses this electron for sharing purpose. But the extent of sharing is less by A and extent of sharing is more by B. Okay, so we cannot say completely this electron is on the B. We cannot say this electron is completely away from A. It belongs to both of them. But still, the percentage of sharing of B of this electron is more as compared to A. So there will be partial charges. What charges? Partial charges. It is more using. Electrons are more towards the B. That's why this will be partial negative. This is less towards the A or more away from the A. Therefore, we will call it as a partial B, partial positive. Understood? So these charges are generated due to partial use of, partial excess use, partial less use. Understood? If they both are equally attracting, let us suppose equally attracting, that time this positive charge will not be there, this negative charge also will not be there, because of which 100% covalent character. What character? 100% covalent character will be there. Okay, but provided when both pulling this side, pulling that side equal, and it is very rare in the heteroatomic atoms. Okay, it is possible only when homoatomic atoms. That means both are A, then it is okay. Okay, or both are B, then also it is okay. So heteroatoms will be generally covalent, not 100% covalent. Okay. So positive, negative charges coming. That means which property is introduced? Ionic property will be introduced. Okay. So what is percent ionic character? What is covalent character? That will come to know in the next chapter, chemical equilibrium. Sorry, chemical bonding. Okay. In the chemical bonding, there are formulas to find out percent ionic character, percent covalent character. Okay. So in this chapter only we are going to study about electronegativity, pulling capacity, pulling of what? Shared pair of electron, not lone pair of electron. Let us take these electrons are lone pair. Now these electrons are singly owned by B only. No other atom have right to share this electron. That's why they are called as unshared electron or lone pair of electron. What they are called as unshared electron or lone pair of electron. Okay. Only both right will be on the shared pair of electron. Okay. So here there is no charge. Okay. Here there is no charge. Here there is no charge. Here there is no charge. Okay. So first let us take, you draw this diagram. Then I will explain further. Okay. Note down this. Now, this is a tendency. Here we say electronegativity is tendency to attract shared pair of electron, not bond pair. Okay, and covalent bond only. It is applicable to what bond? Covalent bond. Okay. So more is the electronegativity or less is the electronegativity. It is only tendency. Okay. Less is the tendency. Understood? So we cannot measure. If it is a suppose mass, we can measure in kilograms. If it is energy, we can measure in kilojoules or calories. Okay, if it is a volume, then we will calculate in liter. But problem with the electronegativity, it is not a physical quantity. So we cannot, it is not a physical quantity. We cannot, what we cannot measure it. Once we have the physical quantity like temperature, that is also physical quantity, but it is only tendency. So suppose if somebody asks how good he is, then you cannot express in terms of the any units. You can say better than him, less worse than him. Like that you can compare. Here also electronegativity also a comparative thing. Understood? So whenever there are comparative thing, there won't be any physical units. Hence scales are provided. What are provided? Scales are provided. Okay. If question is why electronegativity scales are provided, what should be the option? Correct option. It should be that scales are used for non-measurable quantities. Tendency is measured in terms of the scale. So better than him or worse than him. Comparison is done in the with respect to the scale. Okay. So there are three different and most important scale, but even they also use different parameter. Okay. Somebody is using bond energy, somebody is using electron affinity, somebody is using one element as a reference. So their reference itself, their approach itself is different towards the measurement of electronegativity. Actually, there is no absolute scale at all, which you can exactly calculate and submit the final value. Understood? So same element, you will find different values in the different scales. Okay. So first electronegativity definition with proper diagram, is it understood? Now, because of the difference, first let us measure about the electronegativity on three different scales. Okay. Now write down three different scales of electronegativity. Write down different scales. Okay, different scales of electronegativity. Different scales of electronegativity. Okay, three electronegativity scales are very important, and there are chances that in this chapter there are only two types of numericals will be there. One will be of what do you call the effective atomic number, Slater constant, based upon the effective atomic number, and second, there can be chances electronegativity. Okay, so very rare numerical you will find. That's why you have to pay attention towards these formulas. Okay. Okay, first scale and most adopted scale is Pauling scale. Okay, Pauling scale is depending on bond energy. Depending on what? Bond energy. Okay, it takes the consideration of bond energy for comparing the electronegativity. And one more disadvantage is that until unless electronegativity of one of the bonded atom is not known, you cannot find out the bond and electronegativity of other element. Here it will give you only difference in electronegativity. Okay, it won't give you exact value. It will give you only difference. For that, we take some reference atoms whose electronegativity is considered 1 or considered 0, considered -1. Then with rest we will substitute here, then we will get the other value. Or we will substitute here, then we will get the other value. Okay. So x zeta is the electronegativity of A minus zeta B. That is electronegativity of B. The difference in electronegativity of A and B. Okay, where A and B are bonded together. Understood? So is equal to 0.208 into delta. Here delta is called as resonance energy. What it is called as? Resonance energy. Okay, resonance energy here definition is something else. Understood? So here the A and B are there. Then earlier they used to, before formation of A and B, they were A and B and B. Okay. So the difference in bond energies, of delta here, delta value I am writing. Delta is resonance energy, which is bond energy. Okay. E means here bond energy. Bond energy of AB minus square root of bond energy of A comma A into bond energy of B dash B. Okay, this is the B and B bond energy, this is A and A bond energy, square root, then E of bond energy of A and B. Then you will get the delta value, you will substitute here, then you will get the difference only. Okay, so suppose if you wanted to find out the electronegativity of chlorine, then what you will use, you have to know three things. How many things? Three things in terms of the bond energy. Okay, you should know the Cl2 bond energy, you should know the H2 bond energy, you should know the HCl bond energy. Okay, so HCl bond energy you will put over here, and you will Cl2 you will put over here, H2 you will put over here. Okay, even after that you will not get the electronegativity of neither chlorine nor electronegativity of hydrogen. You will get only difference between hydrogen and chlorine. What you will get? Difference between electronegativity of hydrogen and chlorine only you will get, not of hydrogen, not of chlorine. Normally hydrogen is taken as a reference. Okay. So note down this formula with explanation, example. Okay. One more thing you should remember here, this energy, bond energy must be kilocalorie per mole. Bond energy must be where? Kilocalorie per mole. Bond energy must be in kilocalorie per mole. Okay. So you may convert into joules and ergs by transforming kilocalories into kilojoules into ergs. You can convert, and this value will change that time. Okay. 0.008 will change depending upon the bond energies of EAB, EAA and EBB. Okay. See, as I told you, electronegativity can be calculated on different bases. Electronegativity calculated on different bases. Previous scale was taking the reference of bond energies. Okay, because there will be difference in bond energies of ionic bond and covalent bond. Okay, if A and A are forming covalent bond, there will be some bond energy. If A and A are forming ionic bond, there will be some bond energy. So that was the Pauling scale concept. Okay, and Mulliken scale concept is entirely different. Okay, so actually, if an atom has to be a ionic bond, one atom has to lose electron, another atom has to gain electron. Okay, if both are better, then only ionic bond chances are better. Understood? For favorable condition. Okay. Anyhow, you are going to study in the chemical bonding this favorable condition for ionic bond formation. Okay. For ionic bond formation, first of all, ionization energy should be less. Okay. And the second one, electron affinity should be high. Okay. Electron affinity. That means the atom which gains electron must release more electron energy. That is, electron affinity should be maximum. Okay. The atom which is losing the electron should consume least energy. Then the perfect chance of ionic bond. Okay. For better favorable ionic bond, metal should lose electron easily and non-metal should gain electron with release of lots of energy. Okay, then ionic bond chances are more. Okay, so one is consumed, another is released. That's why he had taken average of both of them. Understood? What he had taken? Average of both of them. Understood? So electronegativity. Now the one what you call one advantage is that you can directly find out with very less values. Okay, in Pauling scale you require 3 bond energies and electronegativity of one of the bonded atom. Then only you will be calculating the electronegativity of one atom. But here it is not like that. Okay, here what you have to do, only suppose you wanted to find out electronegativity of A. Only two things you need to know. What are the two things? Ionization energy of A, electron affinity of A. So you will definitely immediately you can calculate. Okay. How suppose electronegativity of A, zeta A is equal to ionization energy of A plus electron affinity of A divided by 2. Average means this one. Okay. So less values required and more easy, more better way to find out the electron negativity. Okay. Note down this. So this is what Mulliken scale. Okay. So as per me, the better scale with respect to Pauling scale is Mulliken scale because less information, more accuracy. Okay. Okay. So we have studied about two scale, Mulliken scale and Pauling scale. Mulliken scale and Pauling scale. Okay. So both will give you different values for the same atom. Okay, because their approach itself is different. Somebody is taking ionization energy and electron affinity as a reference, whereas other person is taking bond energy as a reference. Okay, so therefore they will result in different values for the same atom. Okay, but if you wanted to convert from one value to another value, this is a relation. Okay, Mulliken scale value is always higher than the Pauling's value. Okay, so 2.8 into 10 to 2.8 into Pauling scale value, whatever we get through the Pauling scale method, that will be 2.8 times more than the Mulliken scale. Okay, that will be how much? 2.8 times better than, multiplied than Mulliken Pauling scale. Okay, so note down this relation, and most chances are there. Instead of if you get the Pauling scale, better to avoid that question. You can do it in the last because that is time consuming question. If you get the same question in terms of the Mulliken scale, then you can convert into Pauling scale. This will be the shortcut method provided you have both facilities, like you are provided with ionization energy and electron affinity and bond energy. So better to calculate Mulliken radius, Mulliken what you call electronegativity, then convert into Pauling. Pauling calculation itself is complicated. Okay. So this is a relation between them. You can use it as a shortcut. Okay, now next, different scales of electronegativity. Okay, electronegativity, the third scale. We have studied two scales, and third scale is about Aldred-Rashko method or Rashko scale. And this is different approach. Nuclear, it concentrates on the attraction force. Actually, this is the best approach, but lengthy approach. Okay, first you have to calculate the effective atomic number by using the Slater's rule. In the previous lecture I have explained about what is Slater's rule, which uses the screening constant. Okay, which uses the screening constant. Okay, here Z effective is atomic number, or you can say nuclear charge. Okay, because atomic number is number of proton. Okay, so number of, here you can write effective atomic number and effective nuclear charge also. But effective nuclear charge is a better term because you are going to study one more effective atomic number, but that will be in coordination complexes. In second year 12th class, you will study coordinate complex. There you will get one more atomic number. That is different. Okay. Here effective atomic number is different. So to avoid confusion, better you can remember as an effective nuclear charge, Z effective. Okay, and R is the covalent radius. Okay, because we have chance to find out how many radius, three radius. Okay, what are those? Ionic radius, sorry, metallic radius, covalent radius, and van der Waal radius. So here, which one you should substitute? You should substitute the radius of covalent. Okay, covalent radius, because we are going to find out indirectly ionic or covalent character only. Okay, so three different scale, three different reference. Okay, first one is Pauling scale, defines on the basis of Pauling scale defines on the basis of bond energy. Then Mulliken scale defines on the basis of electron affinity and ionization energy. Aldred-Rashko scale depending on the effective atomic number, sorry, or effective nuclear charge and covalent radius. Okay, note down this formula. Okay, as I told you, in the Pauling scale, we need the reference. Okay, here reference element according to the Pauling scale. These are the very, very important. Okay, mostly 99.9% these three questions. Okay, these three questions are very important. Fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen. Okay, this is a doubtful case. Actually, 3.1 it does not provide the accuracy because most electronegative elements are fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen, because they are due to which they only form the hydrogen bond. Okay, so fluorine value is 4 and oxygen value is 3.5, nitrogen value is 3. Okay, actually these values are given not in the periodic table, but don't think that they are not in syllabus. They are syllabus, but not in this chapter. You will find these values in the 12th class and in the P block element. Okay, when you study about the 16th group, then you will know the electronegativity of oxygen. When you study about the 17th group, you will study about the electronegativity of fluorine. These are all values spread all over the NCERT. So, but for easiness, for better score in the periodic table, I have collected and written all together once. Okay. So, fluorine you will remember 4.0, oxygen you will remember 3.5, nitrogen you will remember 3. Okay. Okay, if you're aspiring to be very good exams like ISS, ER, okay, then another KVPFI and Olympiads, then and advanced examination, there is one more scale, okay. For those who are aspiring to be a NEET or mains exam or MSET, then they need not to study this scale, okay. So if you are giving some tough exams, then they may ask sentence scales also. Otherwise, only three scales are there in the syllabus. Okay. So here X, this takes into the electron density, fourth scale and fourth procedure. Okay. X sentence scale depends on the electron density of an atom, divided by electron density in isoelectronic inert gas. Isoelectronic inert gas, like suppose Cl minus. Okay, Cl minus is isoelectronic with argon. Okay, like that, argon electron density in the denominator, Cl minus electron density in the numerator. Then you can find out the ascendance scale. Okay, there are there's rare chances, but these are bright chances are there. You will be given with Pauling scale electronegativity. You may have to convert into Sender scale electronegativity. Or you are given with Sender scale electronegativity, you have to find out the Pauling scale electronegativity. Okay. Mostly this will be given, this you have to find out. This is the relation between the Sender scale and Pauling scale electronegativity. Okay. Note down this and write. If you are suppose you have less time, so don't study this. Okay. Depending on your approach of examination, while you are writing KVPY or Olympiad or advanced examination, that time you can separately study these. Okay. And I will give you some more values also, that also for advanced only. Okay, now after studying the definition, after studying the scales, now most application part, most of the questions will be on this one only. Okay, so first one is factor affecting electronegativity is atomic size. Okay, in this one mostly you should concentrate. You should concentrate on relation. Relation in the sense directly proportional or inversely proportional. Okay, so electronegativity and atomic size, it is just like a common sense. So electronegativity is attracting the bonded electron towards it. So for that, the distance from the nucleus and that bonding electron. Suppose this is the nucleus. If bonding electrons are here, if this is the nucleus, if bonding electrons are here, then it will pull of this electron towards it will be less. Therefore, electronegativity will be less. And when this electron will be here, when atom is bigger one, when atom is smaller one. Smaller atom, higher electronegativity, bigger atom, lower electronegativity. So size small, more electronegativity. That means which proportional? Which proportional? It is inversely proportional. Electronegativity is inversely proportional to atomic size. Which size? Atomic size. Okay. And this is very simple. Electronegativity directly proportional to nuclear charge. Okay. So there is no use of just by hearting the sentences like Fe plus 2 and F. That also I will give you through the questions. Screening and shielding effect. Okay. Third one is what? Screening and shielding effect. So because of the screening or shielding effect, attraction force increases or decreases? It will decrease. Okay, shielding. So attraction force decreases. Screening effect increases. Okay, attraction decreases. So electronegativity, what happens? Decreases. Okay, because electronegativity means attracting. So this increasing, this decreasing. So which proportional? Inversely proportional. Electronegativity inversely proportional to screening effect. Inversely proportional to what? Screening effect. Okay. So these are the three relation. Atomic size inversely proportional, nuclear charge directly proportional, screening or shielding effect directly proportional. Okay. Note down these three. Next and most frequently asked effect factor affecting is, it is hybridization. Okay, so S percentage character. What I will write? Electronegativity directly proportional to S percentage character. Okay, S percentage character means actually you will come to know after hybridization, which is a part of the chemical bonding. But after that, we cannot come back and discuss here. So for the time being, I am giving you almost 99% idea, but you may not be clear. Okay. So S percentage character, there will be suppose three hybridization, SP, sp2 and sp3. Okay, so s percentage character, two orbitals are there. S is one out of the two orbital, half into 100. So S percentage character is 50%. Understood? Now if it is sp2 hybridized, one out of three orbital is our S. Therefore 33.33%. Okay. Same way, one out of four is sp3 hybridization. Therefore it will be 25%. Okay. So this hybridization you will completely understanding in the chemical bonding, but we will not come back and study. That's why I am teaching here itself. Okay. So S percentage character decreases. Okay, from here to here S percentage character decreases. Therefore, electronegativity. What is this? Electronegativity, what happens? Decreases. Electronegativity decreases. Okay, note down. Okay, after the hybridization, next topic is oxidation number. Okay, what is the next topic? Oxidation number. Fifth factor is oxidation number. Now here I am talking about the positive oxidation number. Okay, electronegativity directly proportional to positive oxidation number, because it is attracting. So attraction will be there when positive charge is there. Okay. Now let us take manganese or iron. Iron is suppose in the neutral state. Iron is suppose in the ferrous form. Iron is suppose in the +3 form. Okay. So that time this is direct higher electronegative. This is lower electronegative. Further lower will be atomic electronegative. Okay. So this is about the oxidation number. These are the 5 factor on which electronegativity depends. Okay. First one is atomic size. Second one is electronegativity. Sorry. First one is atomic size. Second one is nuclear charge or effective nuclear charge. Third one is, what is the third one? Third one is hybridization, oxidation number. Okay. So these are the some factors on which electronegativity depends on. Okay, by using them, what we are going to do now? We are going to study across the period, across down the group. Okay. Now next topic, write down variation of electronegativity. Variation of electronegativity in periodic table. In that again, what will be there? Left to right and top to bottom. Left to right will be in the period, top to bottom in the group. Okay, across the period. Directly I am writing here left to right in a period. Okay, so in a period, as we move from left to right, electronegativity increases. Okay, and you should make sure that this is suppose inert gas. Inert gas electronegativity is how much? 0. Inert gas electronegativity is how much? 0. So increase is limited only up to 17th group. From first group of the alkali metals to the halogen only, electronegativity increases. And inert gases being already stable, so they will not attract the shared pair of electron. Okay, this is increases due to, if they ask the reason also, then you should write increases. Electronegativity increases due to decrease in atomic size. Why decrease in atomic size? Already we have studied in the very first periodic property. Okay. Now from top to bottom. Next is what? From top to bottom. From top to bottom, electronegativity in a group. In a group, electronegativity down the group, electronegativity decreases. Electronegativity decreases again due to increase in atomic size. Okay, atomic size increases, therefore electronegativity what happens? Decreases. Electronegativity decreases. So make a proper notes. Whatever the way I am writing, you should write in the better way. Okay, now exceptions. As usual, after studying the regular variation, then you should study about the exception because examiners concentrate more on the exception rather than the regular. Okay. So here in the second B belongs to which group? B means D block. Okay. In D block, zinc, cadmium, mercury. Zinc, cadmium, mercury. They are in the down the group. Okay. After the zinc, it will be cadmium, then it will be mercury. Actually, down the group, it should decrease, but as an exception it will increase. First exception, is it understood? Down the group from zinc, cadmium and mercury, instead of decrease in electronegativity, there will be increase in electronegativity. There will be increase in electronegativity. This is the first exception. Okay. So here next exception is in the third A group. Third A group is boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, and thallium. Okay. Here instead of down the group, already there was exception in atomic size also, aluminium to gallium. What was that exception? If you cannot recollect, go through the notes. In the atomic size also, there is an exception in the 3A group. Okay. So here, instead of down the group, instead of increasing, down the group instead of, sorry, decreasing, here it will increase. Okay. The reason is there in the atomic size. Okay. Why it increases? Reason is there in the atomic size. Is it understood? Note down the second exception. Okay, third exception is in the fourth A group. Fourth A group is from carbon to carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, and lead. Okay, from here to here it decreases. There was no abnormality. It should increase, or it should decrease and decreasing. But from silicon onwards, instead of decrease, what it is increasing. Okay, so these are the third exception. Okay, write down all the three exception and read them very, very carefully. Okay.